So you've got a great idea and you're looking to start a YouTube channel. Here's everything I wish I could have found in one video before I'd ever even pressed record. I released 9 videos in 9 weeks, achieving 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 view hours. That's the magic number to get monetized. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the tools, techniques and mindset I used from day one to achieve this. Let's start with research, and the good thing is you're probably already doing more of it than you think. Look at the channels that you enjoy and subscribe to. Think about what it is that makes you go back to watch their content again and again. Is it the storytelling? Is it the visual elements? Or perhaps it might even be the community spirit that it brings. So my first piece of advice would be, don't just copy a channel that you like. Take 5 elements from 5 creators and combine them to make them yours. You're creating something that's recognizable and relatable to, but at the same time is uniquely yours. Now, before we hit the record button, let's just take a moment to talk about planning and how this might actually be your secret weapon. If your style of content is vlogging and you're very much reacting in the moment, then I accept this might be less relevant to you. But having a plan, even a loosely structured one, will keep you focused and could even save you hours in the editing stage. I script every video that I produce, and that's partly because I'm not very good at winging it. It keeps me focused and on track. So even if this isn't for you, I would certainly suggest at a very minimum looking at bullet points or a mind map. And remember, scripting isn't about removing spontaneity. It's about giving you the creative freedom to be able to express yourself, but without forgetting any of the essentials. So location really matters to me, which is why I've made the effort today to come down to my local woodland to make this video. I think it breaks the monotony of a static home studio and makes the viewing experience more immersive and engaging. Your background becomes part of your storytelling, whether that's going to be an urban location, coastal walkways, old ruins, it all adds to the storytelling. And changing up your content and location on a regular basis signals fresh new approaches to your subscribers. So now onto the fun part, which is making your first video, and this is really where the hard work begins. My first few efforts didn't even see the light of day. They were really just dress rehearsals. But what I found was that the more I practiced, the better I got, and as long as I learnt something from each time I went out, that was okay. I'd also resist the temptation to just throw away that footage, because it's useful to be able to look back and compare it to the work that you're now producing to see how much you've improved. Let's talk gear and why you don't actually need very much of it. My first video was made on a phone like this with a cheap wired mic plugged into the bottom of it, and it was absolutely fine. You can create great content using any camera these days. I would concentrate on the content rather than the equipment you're using. You can always upgrade later if you can see a reason for why you need to buy it. So the only exception might be that you want to invest in a cheap wireless microphone system, such as this one from DJI, the Mic Mini. And the nice thing is that you can take the receiver and plug it into the bottom of most devices, such as your phone, and it will give you really good, clean audio. Remember, people are far more forgiving of video than they are of poor audio. Delivery is where most creators struggle the most, and that's me included. Break up your script into small, manageable pieces, change up the angle, and you'll keep the conversation flowing. By moving your camera between takes, it fakes having a multi-camera setup. It adds a bit of variety and it keeps your viewer engaged. Don't try to nail a 5-minute piece in one go, not unless you absolutely have to. Now, if you want your videos to pop, you need to include B-roll, and it's a lot easier to produce than you might think. B-roll is extra footage that supports your main point. It could be me moving the camera or a slow woodland pan to set the mood. It breaks up the video, shows context and makes transitions smoother. And it's not just filler. Good B-roll should add emotion or informational value. Now, nothing we've learnt so far is going to matter unless we get a good strong hook. Do you remember that opening sequence with the drone? It was all scripted, and it was done so for a reason. If you can't spark your viewers' interest in the first 30 seconds, then your video is going to count for nothing. Now, it can be a bold statement, a question, something that's visually interesting, but it's got to spark their curiosity and get the viewer to ask themselves, what am I missing out on by not watching this video? Music's another area that might catch you out. When I first started making my content and uploading it, I was using the free library that was available inside CapCut Pro. It's brilliant, it's got so many good songs. The problem is that a lot of them are copyrighted. Now, YouTube don't mind you releasing them, but when you get monetized, that's when the problem occurs. Those videos do not count for monetization and you can't earn anything from them. So if you're intending on creating a catalogue that's going to stand the test of time, you may well want to consider using a service like Epidemic Sound or one of the other ones, which will allow you to have copyright-free music that you know is safe to put into monetized videos. My final tip is probably the most important, and that is your thumbnail and title are everything. They're the shop window onto the video that you've made. If nobody connects with it and clicks on it, YouTube will stop recommending it to other people, and that's it, it'll just die. So my final piece of advice would be, don't try and game the system. If you go about trying to buy likes or views or ask friends and family to like and subscribe, it's only going to confuse the algorithm. YouTube is really good at taking good content and putting it out to people that are interested in it. If you look to take your time, you can organically build a community of people that will engage and want to watch the work that you produce. Now, I know this is a lot to take in one go, but these were the fundamentals that allowed me to start producing content from day one that I was really proud of. My name is Nicholas Hill. This has been another episode of Learn, Shoot, Repeat. And until next time, thank you very much.